Hello everyone, Lord.agion here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the bottom side, we have Crossfire as the British, and we have Looney as the Americans. Looks like he's going for a mechanized company, and has he chosen doctrine? No, he has not. Looks like they're just their initial conversations, I guess, the best way to put it. Spawn on the top side, we have MD Klaus and MD Architect I'm horrible pronouncing name. Archer, I think. I really need to get some sort of like text to voice some sort of program because I'm horrible pronouncing names. Even if one looks as simple as that. Getting in this building, he should concentrate the fire on the Volk. Yeah, he is concentrating the fire on the Volksgrenadier. Sure, getting some damage on the truck would be nice, but the chance of killing it is probably unlikely. Not getting the light cover, I would recommend getting the light cover, though it is. These at rear echelon are might die, might not. Let's see if he pulls him out. Pulls him out at the last moment. And tried to get the rifleman in, but he was unable. But there's only two members. The rear echelon did die, which is not a big blow since you need to use the buildings unless you want to build a bunker. Getting a heavy truck, I like using the heavy truck. And now he does see it. Looks like that. Even though there's only two guys left, they did some massive damage to the rifleman. Usually there's one guy missing, their damage is equivalent to a pioneer squad. In my opinion, anyways. He's backing way up because this heavy truck, the old players don't really have any counter to the heavy truck, similar to the scout car for the Russians. But the heavy truck, I think, is a bit stronger and tougher, but it's a doctrine unit, so that's why it's a bit tougher. Or at least a reason why it's tougher. On the right side, the British player looks like it's infantry section is pushed back. Perhaps he may invest into a medic since it is pretty low on, actually is really low on health, and it has not lost a man. Just using the remaining men from that squad to capture up some points, just so he can get that fuel and munitions, and perhaps, nope, he's decided not going with the VP, he's going a bit safer. It's a good thing he's not getting another heavy truck. And, yeah, getting a Vickers. Vickers would push away the Kubel, but it's getting way outflanked, and, yeah, he should just retreat it. Got his command post up. Will he go for the armored car, or will he go for the Bofors? Armored car probably would do some good to destroy these Kubels and to apply some pressure onto the HQs, I would say. I'm just rather see something else than Bofors. Bofors a bit too overused. I'm one of those people who like to be less than normal when my play style. That's basically my play style. What weird technique that you hardly ever see? I do that. Just because you don't see it often, which does make it hard to counter such play styles. Currently, there's going to be a bit of a cutoff since this fuel will not be obtained since this area is not captured. Perhaps he should invest something to go in there and capture it. Getting the Vickers up, which will push back the Kubel. Try and go to heavy cover to cover. Does get suppressed, but it's in heavy cover, so it will sustain not as much damage. Running up to the Volks. Was this by the sandbags by the British or by the Volks? Not sure. Just trying to push away that Kubel. An armored car would do some good, but deciding to go for the 50 caliber sniper, which can be pretty good since it has some light AT capability. A Volksgrenadier perhaps coming on for a flank. Yeah, to hit the MG, perhaps with incendiary. I am predicting incendiary. Though it will sustain massive losses due to the fact that it's a lot of firepower is coming down on. Pulls away this MG, instantly he sees this flanking squad because he knows there's a Flink squad coming. Well, incendiary coming. And he might lose that squad. Yes, he does. Let's see if... Well, looks like there's a support gun out. Which, honestly, I think the suppression's a bit BS. And since the pack howitzer, the suppression's just BS. Other than that, I say it's a good weapon. Using the support gun to force the units out of the building. Incendiary grenade, probably not necessary due to the fact there's a support gun firing on it. Just might as well save that munitions for a Panzerschreck. Using the Vickers to apply damage to the medical HQ. How is that? Seriously, that squad's being suppressed because it's shooting the medical HQ? And it's way back here? You gotta be joking. 50 caliber sniper, destroyed gun. Not destroyed it. Of course, whenever something gets destroyed, it prevents it from dying, which just really sucks. I remember seeing a video off the companyheroes2.org where a Stoom Tiger fired a shot and disabled the weapon of an ambulance. And not destroyed the ambulance. The 50 caliber sniper is taking some hits. It's down to less than 50% health, so it is a bit alarmingly low in health. That support gun should be firing that area, shouldn't it? Was it? He needs to micro that support gun. It's firing at these units. It probably should target this area to get primarily the AT gun, but secondarily the MG. And this medical HQ, I would say, is an absolutely horrible spot to the fact that there's, like it's shown here, an AT gun has full line of sight of it. I would say maybe put it back a little bit so you can have infantry cover in front of it. And these British soldiers are getting killed. They were in open cover, which makes them, I think, increase the damage they take by 10%. And once again, the Vickers somehow suppresses a unit that's beyond its range by hitting a building. Brilliant. That sort of bullshit thing can happen to with basically any MG. I remember having one time where there's like one man in front of an MG that was being shot at, and while I had two squads, full squads behind it, and the two full squads get suppressed, even though they're behind the MG. He did demand the AT gun, but he remanned it and now pulling away, trying to once again kill the crew. A 50 caliber sniper using Fallschirmjägers to kill the 50 caliber sniper, or 55 caliber sniper, and he did kill it. Apparently this red player has gone for the Fallschirmjäger doctrine. This player has not chosen doctrine yet. And we have the M3 Assault Half-Trap group with bars and flamethrower going for mobility build. But the M3 half-track is not the M5 half-track of the Soviets, so its armor is equivalent to the heavy truck. Which is sort of stupid, honestly, but he probably should ungarrison it, have the assault engineers and the repair crew to repair it up nice and fast. Which he is. I am assuming he's going to use his assault engineers also to repair. Yes, he does. Google still alive at that one. Now it can actually, if another sniper comes out in the field, it can detect it. Unit is not in the capturing point. Now there's a lot of congesting right here. A lot of AT guns, but sure, it can push away the HQs. But you face against OKW, they tend not to go. A lot of they have trouble maintaining a massive number of vehicles. And the support gun suppresses and kills. Another sniper? Looks like we've got another 55 caliber sniper. Now the Kubel can initiate its detection, which will reveal the cloaked units, which apparently the captain got. The captain combined with the 55 caliber sniper killed the Kubel. So what I was suggesting before is now no longer possible, because the possibility is burning a corpse. The assault group is coming out once again. This is nice. I love seeing mobility plays such as this. This is sort of my tactic in the campaign, for the American campaign. Just mechanized units. And of course, the support gun just gets a random hit. Planting in the only way you can plant basically. No wait, the infantry company can also plant mines, but it's one of the few ways that the Americans can plant mines is using assault engineers or the infantry company. There's just way too many AT guns. There's a Kubel. That's their only vehicle. He's one that chose Fallschirmjägers. He has chosen the Scavenge Doctrine, which can be quite good. And now, with Fallschirmjägers and Jaegers, they can do a double call-off in case they want to do a actually sizable ambush. With the side of Fallschirmjägers, he probably should take his flamethrower. The Americans should take his flamethrower squad and burn all the buildings. That's a counter to this tactic. Even if your German players do it against partisans, they just burn all the buildings. .50 caliber sniper trying to run away from the Sturm Pioneers. Perhaps get another shot off right here. Yeah, he's going to line up a shot and gets a kill. Looks like the M3 half-track has died, and immediately salvaging it for the fuel and, since he's Scavenge Doctrine, the munitions. Abandon, it will give him... well, only 12... Wait, did I read that right? Throw Savage, 5 fuel or 15 munitions on abandoned wrecked vehicles. So yeah, it'll give him 15 munitions and 5 fuel. I was just misreading that for a moment. And once again, 2 AT guns. Seeing there's actually a third by the American. When the only vehicle they have is Kubel, by what they've seen. Now they've seen this Jagdtiger, or Jagdpanzer, not Jagdtiger. Don't want to insult the Jagdpanzer. Something was killed, and it was the Kubel by the AT gun, or perhaps the captain. Not the captain, it was the AT gun. Well, getting some hiccups. Two for Cannon Warfers. I'm guessing because he wants to go. He just doesn't have any outstanding infantry force. Perhaps he wants to spam more and more. That's just annoying. But the captain rally, nice. The captain's rally. The assault engineer might die. The assault engineer has died, and it would be a waste for him to try to get another assault engineer because you have to get a half track, which costs 35 fuel. Looks like we do have a Centaur tank out, shooting at the not the Jaegers. Yeah, it is Jaegers. I was thinking Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers, light Jaeger. They're both Jaegers. I just realized that. Looks like the AT gun's going up. Perhaps we might see anti-infantry. Yeah, he was trying to go for the anti-tank grenade, but he did not get it off in time.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Another Jaeger's coming in. Getting that nice cover. And the Pack Howitzer. Suppression versus suppression. Though the Pack Howitzer does have bigger explosion radius, but it's much more costly. It was a cost like 409. No, some reason did they reduce the cost of it? I think they did. Could have sworn it cost like 400 some. The nice suppression of the Stoom Pioneer is preventing from moving forward. And seriously, why two of the cannon warfers? Oh, there is a Centaur tank, which is one thing, but I think he had that, no, it was out about the same time, but he has the Yag Tiger. Could this be like where one player is going for heavy AT, the other player is going for heavy infantry? Perhaps? Perhaps it might be. One player's, since they're clan mates, perhaps one coordinating to be heavy infantry, one's being heavy tank. Which can be a good combo if done properly, but they're both congesting their own area, so they're not distributing the assets quite easily. MG34 is trying to get some suppression, but it's not. It's probably the weakest of all the MGs by far. Centaur tank moving forward, pushing away the MG. The cannon warfare getting a nice hit, but he just could just pull that back and repair it. Does he have he does not have Royal Engineers, which is interesting. You probably want a Royal Engineer to repair this vehicle. Or repair the AT guns if you wanted to. He's trying to have these infantry sections move forward by de-garrisoning, but he just been placed on a stop move command. And that's sort of BS, wiping out the entire garrison. Yep. I would say, yeah, it wipes out entire garrisons in one burst. It's a bit BS. Its closest equivalent is the Oswin, and the Oswin is a piece of crap compared to it. To Volksgrenadier, they're in open ground, so they took a couple losses, and perhaps a third loss before he decides to retreat. Yep, oh, not a third, well, third loss account by the other squad, but overall that was a bit cost effective. Unless how much the Panther moves forward. Once again, the two ATs coming up, getting some nice hits on the Shavia. The Jagdpanzer is also pretty low on health. He's trying to go in and remove these AT guns. Looks like he has pushed them back. He has not killed the Shavia. It has extremely low health though. 50 caliber sniper might be run down. It was run down. The Panther runs into the Centaur, which is sort of good news for the Panther. The Centaur is definitely going to be run down all the way back. Well, first round was a penetrate, but did minimum damage. Tungsten rounds are coming out. Mortar carriage is out. Interesting choice.
We're losing a capture point.
The mortar carriage could be pretty good based on the number of ATs and support guns they have. But it can be It can be good, can not be good. All depends of how good the shots are. I wouldn't really recommend it, but let's just see how it plays out. There's a Panther out and a Panzer. So the mortar carriage probably would have been a very bad choice. Probably should have a Jackson or Sherman. See, mechanized doctrine, any late game 155 millimeters will destroy an HQ in one salvo if they get a good accuracy hits. Cannon Warfare trying to move forward, which is sort of a bad idea. Just trying to get some hits off. The Vickers will win out any day versus the MG34. The Centaur is still alive, which is good for them. The Panther is going back to base for repairs. Perhaps you should see a mechanized HQ. Look like the Shavia here did fall. I think it might have been the mortar carriage moving forward and hitting the and killing it off. I think. Looks like we got Captain and Rear Echelon coming in here. The cap. Looks like the Scavengers Doctrine's artillery barrage, I believe. Yes, it was. Looks like we got a glider coming in. Is it a command glider? I haven't seen the British Doctrine yet, have I? Looks like it's just a standard air. What was it called? I know that's called air supremacy operation, but what was the doctrine called? Vanguard? No, Vanguard's the one with the 4 HQ gliders. MG34 not hitting the commandos, and the commandos just run up and kill it. A nice mortar carriage hit, but it was not managed to kill it. Seems they have to get basically very close range to do lethal damage. They retreat away from the Fallschirmjägers with proper positioning. Riflemen coming forward, support guns suppressing the riflemen. Pack howitzers suppressing the what's it called? The Fallschirmjägers. And still no heavy anti. Besides the AT guns, no heavy anti-tank by the Allies, which is actually a possibility using your infantry assets to for your AT while you have your vehicle assets to take out the infantry. Panthers trying to go in and kill the Centaur. Probably should be in a vehicle fire stance. He just put it up now. Air supremacy is now operational and immediately targeting this area. If he does not do a mass retreat, he will be wiped out. This HQ not in the center of the area, so this HQ will, I'm guessing, will survive. Yeah, if he in the center area has a main line of bombs, and the HQ survived, sustaining some heavy damage, but it has lived. It lives. And once again, the Fallschirmjäger call off was pushed back. I don't know if maybe it was cut off, maybe not. I'm not sure. And with the enemies pushed away, he's moving his AT guns up to kill off the HQ. Very nice play. This Fallschirmjäger guy has sustained massive losses to his HQs. I think this is like, what? He's lost one Shavia, one medical. I think that's the second medical, which is really big losses. We've got a standard issue Sherman out with currently HE rounds equipped. Currently they're fighting, pushing over here, trying to get this munitions point, at least just decap, maybe even up to capture. Vandenwerfer trying to get some shots off, but hits the fence. Retreating with the Vandenwerfers. Looks like there was, I think, maybe a pack howitzer that killed most of that squad. I am not sure. The pack howitzer is here. Could have been the mortar carriage. The pack howitzer has a nice 10 kills. Mortar carriage only has 1 kill. So that mortar carriage has not done much. Just 1 infantry kill, so was not the responsible for killing this HQ. Perhaps maybe it was a pack howitzer. Pack howitzer has 1 building killed, so that's what's killed the Shabia. Push in the center. Captain and the rifleman is coming up. And the captain was suppressed by the support guns. Fallschirmjägers, probably should mention doctrines now. Not doctrines, bulletins. Over accurate, so they're expecting heavy Obersoldaten play. I think the Obersoldaten bulletins may affect the Jaegers, Fallschirmjägers, and the light infantry recon Jaegers. Veterans, he's going for mass veteran play and relatively standard bulletins. Veterancy, arm penetration, and entry section. Not a lot of people have the preferred bulletins for the British faction yet. Pack howitzer, Yag Tiger is trying to go in to kill the steward, but it's running straight into massive numbers. Did get the kill of the mortar carriage, and actually he needs to fall back. He's running straight into the slaughter, but he luckily moved back those AT guns. That would have been kill shots there. They would have turned those AT guns sideways and it'll make it a kill shot. Panther trying to go in, perhaps poke the center to death, but it's currently surrounded by AT guns, or at least a AT gun. Lost in the gun crew, perhaps it was it was a AT gun. The cannon warfares are trying to move forward to kill the Sherman. Perhaps one... Nope. This one did not fire, probably due to the fact of the smoke, or perhaps slightly because it was suppressed. They got a Panzer Shrek. Using the captain's ability on me to prevent the suppression. And for that slight buff in combat effectiveness. Throwing incendiary grenade. Did some damage, but not a lot. By his doctrines for increased veteran gain. Oh, run straight into incendiary grenade. Brilliant. With his increased veteran gathering rate, he does have basically almost everything vet up, excluding his major and these guys. Looks like we got another air supremacy operation. Ooh, nice combo. Use recon sweep and then call an air supremacy. And this medical HQ probably will fall. Medical HQ did fall. The Chevalier took nothing, basically. And really a bad spot for the Major, because it's just walking 10 feet. He could place a Major here. Perhaps right here, but will be prone to a support gun fire, I guess. Currently pushing forward into the MG-34. The MG-34 turns around. It turns around. I think it was targeting these commandos. a nice... Oh man, my mouse is just going everywhere. Stuka comes in, which is pretty... Can be good. It degarrisons the AT gun, which is... The AT gun is pretty low in health. Perhaps he should repair up the AT gun. More carriage. No, that's Stewart. Still alive. Panther's still alive. It hasn't really got that much action, honestly. Trying to... Though it has kept away the Centaur, but we got a Comet tank out. Which, not Churchills, but Comets. Which I would like to see something different. A lot of people just spam out Churchills. One reason why, because they have such tankiness versus vehicles, they have no fear versus vehicles, and they have no fear versus infantry, because they could just, oh, let's throw a grenade out of the top hatch. It's bloody British. Trying to destroy the support gun with the with his tanks. Comet now directing its fire towards the Jagdtiger. Not Jagdtiger, Jagdpanzer. Sorry, didn't want to insult the Jagdpanzer. On Ostwind, really, it's a late armor. It's at the point of late armor, and Ostwind does crap. Ostwind's now dead. That was absolutely waste. Ostwinds have really no late game value. Sure, it can be good early game, but its amount of CPs it takes to build it, well, to call it off, is way too high for it to consider it early game. Sport gun, as saw before, suppress the rifleman and he's trying to push more units forward, trying to get the BP. Panther is up and now runs straight into a Jackson. Panther can take on a Jackson, however, Jackson does have greater range, so it can kite the Panther all day. Sherman's low in health, the Jackson's a bit, took some hits. And they're trying to push forward. The MG-34s are not that effective. They're just not effective whatsoever. And apparently the American player did pick up this MG-34 that was turned around. Got Stuka coming in. Lost an anti-tank gun by is what you heard by the radio. The Pack Howitzer did take one, maybe two. I think it only had 5 men on it. Anyway, it was demanned at one point due to the fact that it has only... It's not bedded up. Looks like we've got the Fallschirmjäger assault. A Panzerfaust could kill that that Jackson if he's fast enough. Nope. The Centaur tank says, nope, you're not moving forward. Why is there a plus sign? I think it just says it can reinforce nearby units. That's why there's a plus sign. Reinforcement sign there. I know the HQ glider can have the rally points, so you don't need to build the forward HQ assembly. Also, by recently, I hear they added in. You can also build medics from the HQ glider, which can be quite helpful since you don't have to invest. Looks like there's a nice AT mine. Well, not AT mine, AP mine, anti-personnel mine. But I was saying before, now you can build medics from the glider, so you no longer have to have designated infantry section, basically, to have a medic there. Commandos will win out against Sturm Pioneers. Rebuilding the medical HQ. The mechanized HQ is safely back at base. With all the destroyed HQs, he can't afford another destroyed HQ, so he built his medical HQ back here to give his units some healing. Looks like we got, what? This is the Comet. I think that's a Sherman Firefly. I suppose I could just click here. And before I can highlight it, the Sherman Firefly was complete. Perhaps was going to immediately build some tulip rockets on it. Well, perhaps not, because he might want to invest in more air supremacy to push back the HQs. Though the American player would be a bit better at destroying HQs the 155mm barrage. Another nice Stuka, or actually not very nice. It hardly did anything, got like one man. Let's see, where is that Stuka? Right here. Currently at Vet 1. You need Vet 4 to get the incendiary barrage. 2 Obasadotson coming forward. Throw out a grenade. And 2 pineapple grenades to be thrown back. With these riflemen up to Vet 3, the Obasadotsons are a bit outclassed. And also those Americans, also 2 of them had LMGs. Not LMGs, yeah, are they LMGs? Or are they bars? Bars, not, which is automatic rifle. Basically an LMG with a small magazine. Sherman coming forward. AT round shot miss. Could have been devastating if it would have hit right here, could have killed them all. Assault moving forward, trying to get, once again, this area is very contested. Assault, see some pack howitzers getting some nice hits. MG-34 almost being wiped out also. And there's the pack howitzer pinning down a couple units, though the captain's still Centaur trying to move forward. The Panther is getting hit by. Looks like this Centaur tank finally taken out, and I really need to start forming sentences. I've been stuttering, not completing them. AchtAchter Big Cannon Warfare destroyed the Centaur. Which is good that he finally killed that thing, but it took him the entire game. Pinned down. Let's set up the MG then. And the game sort of slowed down. I already showed the bulletin, so I don't need to show that again. Currently, actually, it's a really close game. The Allies have more capture points, but it's almost soon they're going to be tied in VPs less, so it's actually a very close game. Looks like it's going to capture this point once again. Sherman coming forward to destroy the Shavia. AT gun shoots and hits the ground. MG-34 by the Americans are suppressing the Panzer, not Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, man. I just can't speak today. Panzer charge trying to come in and destroy the tanks. Though they need to get out of line of sight of the AT gun because that's just additional damage. Jackson's trying to retreat. He probably should chase. No comment. And Sherman Firefly coming for a flank. Panther is going to be run down. The Panzer is trying to come in, get some nice flanking shots. Another Ostwind, really? Ostwinds are crap. Looks like there's going to be I think 155mm. No, as air supremacy. Air supremacy on a tank? Let's see how this works. Though these units being retreated right into air supremacy. Destroys the Jaeger infantry and destroys the Viken Warfare, so that part's pretty nice, but that's an awful lot of munitions for it. It does quite a bit of damage. I don't see exactly crippling though. Ostwind and Panzer coming forward. The Sherman Firefly is dead. Oh, I think the Comet tank's back here, but once definitely not a Centaur tank. A Centaur tank probably would have wiped out at least half that squad. But yeah, the Comet's back here. Both sides, I would say, are severely low on resources. Currently, there's a lot of infantry sections still held by the British player, and there's a lot of riflemen still held by the American. And the OKW side he still has the Stuka, the walking Stuka, which may be very good, but may not. And the lag from switching between players a lot of time. And 2 crippled Panthers, so it's still pretty much anybody's game. Though the Allies still have more infantry power, but they're lacking in AT. Stuka coming in, perhaps hitting down this direction. Not killing either crew members and doing minimum damage to the Jackson. What? Did that Jackson just glide sideways? Kills the Jagdpanzer, now it's trying to run forward to hit the Ostwind. First Ostwind was away, second one was just an absolute throwaway. Volksgrenadiers trying to move forward, but they're going to run straight into 2 MGs and an 8. Well, the AT guns aren't much. Try and get some hits on the Jackson. One more volley will kill the Jackson. Comet tank looks like they're going to drive underneath the glider. Yeah, the mass of the glider is actually just right here. The wings don't mean anything. This Volksgrenadier might be killed. No, it does not. And that force was pushed back. The Panthers couldn't really do much due to the fact that there's too much AT.
The capture point is being overrun.
Recapturing the fuel. Has this point it has been captured before, I know that, but still neutral. Riflemen are capturing up the VP. Looks like another incursion over here to capture the fuel and victory point. And we got Centaur. Probably won't be the greatest thing since there's 2 Panthers out in the field, but the Jagdpanzer is gone, so perhaps it may hold some power. But with 2 Panthers out in the field, you need something really to force to really take them out before you build another Centaur, I would say. Comet tank is good. Honestly, I think the Comet tank is a bit under... I'm probably going to make enemies, but a bit underpowered. I don't see Comet tanks being extremely effective for their cost. Jackson's trying to get in some shots in the Panther, but just barely escapes around the corner. 2 Fallschirmjägers are out, and a large number of... Do you really need that many medics? Throwing out bundle grenade. Nope. Smoke. The frangible smoke grenade. Two Jacksons are coming forward, trying to run down the Panther. The Panther needs to blitz out of there. No, looks like he doesn't need to blitz out of there. Well, it does need to go back to the HQ and get some repairs. Man, I just can't speak right now. Probably because it's early in the morning. Centaur moving forward, which the Centaur, if you can get a kill, it's really not worth it. The Centaur will just get hit by the Panther. And the game cool down for a moment. It's like a bit of a standoff. They're switching one VP over and over and over again. So the tickets are going down quite slowly. Going for a flank around the, just running around the AT gun. But the AT gun's going to turn and he can't really get a proper angle. Oh, nice shot by the Jacksons. One Jackson's reverse moving into the combat. Blitzing away. Is this Stuka still alive? Yes, it is. I just haven't heard of it fire off anytime recently. Comet's trying to come in. Comet's... This Panther's facing the wrong direction. Needs to run back to base. With all the HQs destroyed, he decided not to get Panthers, but to get Jagdpanzers, which can be pretty good. It's all about positioning, because they can be run circles around, because they do not have a turret. Jaegers probably will win out against the captain, because the captain's first off not firing. Comet and Centaurs pushing away the infantry. A nice kill on the Jaegers. You can't be losing units like that in this late of the game. The British players I never see get grenades, though he does have the Gavin grenade by the going for the hammer not doctrine, but operation. I think it's called operation. Specialization. An AT gun back here. Probably should run away with that blitzing out of there, which is good. Stuka, perhaps recently fired? Or will it fire? Oh, it's trying to line up. It's almost on recharge. This will be a perfect area. It is ready. Currently not firing it. I want to see the Stuka. This will be a perfect time for a Stuka. Nice kill on the Jagdpanzer. Stuka is still not firing. It has some nice juicy targets here. MG34, of course, can't really suppress that well, so it gets focused down quite readily. Oberstdotson. Oh, looks like it's going to see air supremacy? No, what is that? Is it the 155mm? What is this Jaeger assault? What type of ability is that? I'm trying to figure it out. Man, am I absolutely... Oh! Wait, mortar cover. How could I... I was thinking cinder... I was thinking seeing white phosphorus, so I was thinking American. Yeah. A lot of people don't go for that because they just want to save it for air supremacy over and over and over again. That's why. Man, I really... spaced out on that. Which honestly didn't do that much. And for the amount of cost, it honestly didn't do that much. Let's see, check on the resources, because it's getting pretty late in the game. This guy's starving for, well, starving for manpower, but yet he's building 2 of the cannon warfers. Probably push back the vehicles. The cannon warfers are not as good as AT guns, but they are much more mobile. And they have the retreat button. He does have quite a bit of... He does have some manpower on stock. He does have a decent infantry force, but try and get another Panther out. Which is probably a good option since the number of tanks the enemies have. The American player does have a lot of resources. Well, he could buy another tank, basically. He does have a lot of fuel stockpiled. And that's a lot of manpower, though he is at population cap, and once he refills everything.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
This Vicar's still alive and shooting away. The Oberstdotson should go up and kill it, because it's not suppressed. Probably should move forward and try to kill the AT gun, just to perhaps even take it, because these AT guns are more stronger than the cannon warfers. And plus, it's the American one, so you can use it for the tungsten rounds. Rear shot hit. It was a Panther. Vet 3 Jackson. Jackson's almost dead. But it doesn't look like anything will... Perhaps? You run up and kill it? They lost a unit from somewhere, I'm not sure. Trying to kill this Jackson. It's one... That brief repair probably saved it. And he threw away Panzer. If he would have killed it, it would have been worth it. If he not, like... But overall, right now, he threw away a tank. That, which is a critical asset for him. Two Fallschirmjägers trying to gauge a captain and rifleman. Rifleman looks going to throw up a grenade. Nope. Yep. Yes. Nope. He didn't get the throw off in time. A Centaur tank getting us a nice hit on both of them. Might kill off the 2 health, the 2 manned one. No, just gains. Wow, they're actually really low on health now. But now the Centaur tank running forward, it ran into a Panther, but the Panther is run into a line of bunch of AT assets. Oh, looks like there's an engagement over here. It looks like the rifleman and 2 riflemen, but gets cut off by an Obersoldaten, Volks, and Zoom Pioneer. Getting another Sherman, not getting another. Well, there's 2 vehicle crews out. Looks like he's I can't speak right now. 2 Shermans, 2 Jacksons. He could do the exploit to get more over the population. People say it's not exploit. It's this is part of the faction. I say it is it's something that shouldn't be in the game, honestly. To degarrison your stuff, abandoned, not destroyed.
We just lost a medium tank.
He could just reclaim that, but really, he destroyed it? Why would he destroy it? It's a tank. It's nice and safe to pick it up. It's right in front of his base. Why destroy it? He could just call off a heavy truck and get the crew from that to garrison it. Or perhaps he could just reman it and withdraw. But I'd say it's a bit more of an exploit for that over max population. Because if you have a lot of resources, you could just have a massive army which is unstoppable just because it has superior numbers. Minimum damage for the Stuka. Got 2 kills, not much. Overall, the Stuka's not been performing quite well. Though now, it has 49 kills, so it's been actually doing quite a bit. But now it also has Incendiary. But Incendiary is quite expensive. Another Oswin. He wasted his resources on another Oswin. He needs AT. He has, he only has mechanized. So he's severely lacking building in, vehicles. Perhaps he could have saved up for a King Tiger? And they currently significantly lacking infantry fighting force. Sure, the Oswin is infantry's fighting force, but it is very weak. It's not a Centaur. It's very weak. Really not worth it to build one unless it's in early the game. A nice frangible smoke grenade. Jagdpanzer is now has destroyed engine, getting a nice final kill on the on Jackson. Now Zoom Pioneers are going up to repair it. Very nice. Trying to destroy that AT gun. Looks like there's a suppression by I'm not sure by what. It sounded like a MG34, but that's probably from the Obersoldaten. Oh, the Vickers here. Fallschirmjäger assault in this area. Another Stuka getting some good hits. Did it kill any complete squads? Nope. Only got about 3, maybe 4 bodies. Apparently there is a Vickers in the corner of the map. The center tank is doing quite a bit of work, even though we need to rebuild it. Did not recapture the munitions. He walked out at the last moment. Americans trying to move forward, but the Oswin's just not a good asset. It's a piece of crap unit. Perhaps we're going to use an anti-tank rifle grenade to kill off this Jagdpanzer. Another Oswin down. A complete waste of Oswins. Good amount of Fallschirmjägers to wipe out the infantry, but with the Centaur tanks, you need anti-tank capabilities by Panthers or Jagdpanzers. That's, the Panther barely made out alive. This Sherman Firefly could have been killed by the single rocket. Both suppression and prevents him really from firing reasonably. And the Centaur tank's coming forward. Wow! Sherman HE rounds wiped out the entire squad of, I think, Obusadotson? And it looks like here this is where the American and the British player wins. All their assets are pretty much destroyed. There's one Panther, but that can't do much versus an entire fleet of tanks. And this is pretty much the end of the game. Hate to call this early, but the United States and the Allies have won. Looks like calling in the mortar cover, which I finally remembered it. And there's nothing there. I guess it's just meant to push back any infantry who enters the area. Well, I think they need line of sight of them also. I don't think they fired a single mortar. Looks like a final engagement over here. It looks assault engineers. Looks like there's M3 half track up there.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
No, there's a Sherman. This is probably. Where's that M3 half track? Looks like this Sherman was killed by 2 Wagenwerfers. The Oswin might have got the kill, even though Oswin doesn't deserve the kill. Infantry count, nope, it didn't get the kill. Looks like an entire final armored engagement over here. Panther barely making out, and it's also have Vet 5, that's very, very nice. Might get a kill on that Centaur. Nope, just gets out of line of sight at the last moment. But there goes a Comet tank. I think that's a Comet. Yeah, that's a Comet. The Sherman Firefly has... The Sherman Firefly has a high damage but extremely low rate of fire. As you can see, another pretty much suicidal run. charge, but the Osadatsun can fight a bit more effectively than previously since it has Vet 4 instead of Vet 2. And nice grenade there. Oh, this Osadatsun might be wiped out. Nope. Got a lucky escape. Going to capture things. The VP ticket counter is paused. Stuka almost ready for another barrage. Another Kettenwerfer. Another. Oh, here's the half track. Jackson's coming in and trying to take out the Oswin. Infantry sections coming in, try to get probably the capture on. Well, this one's going to go for the capture. These ones are probably going to head for the fuel. Panther's trying to run them over. And this is the end of the game. The final charge to get the last point. Another Stuka getting minimum damage. The Kettenwerfer's trying to suicide into the point. And this is the end of the game. As I stated over and over and over again. GGs are thrown out. 1 hour. I think that's what he's trying to say, not 1 minute. The Centaur tank blitzing away. Emergency war speed. And wow, such a lot of lag at the end of the game. But this is a very good replay, lasting for 1 hour, 1 minute. I hope you enjoyed it. And this is Lord Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.